Al here of Integrated Soul Works, and I'd like to pass to you how fun it is to start to see your own reactions, because reactions are actually more of a negativity. They're a judgment at times. They have toxic bonding because you can bond with other people through getting validated for reactions. And in that whole thing, there's a depletion of our prana. There's a depletion of our energy, right? Our jing is depleted by having these reactions, having to be validated, having to talk about it. So first of all, it's like, what is a reaction? And having fun with it. And just recognizing, whoa, that was a reaction. And then once you start seeing, like, or even journaling, the patterning of the reactions, you can go into deeper of wanting to clear those reactions. And maybe you just do by recognizing it's a reaction. So what would a reaction look like? A reaction could be you're driving down the road and someone cuts you off in the car. And you can either kind of be very alert and awake, the person cut me off, there's no thought, it's just responding to it. Or it can be, oh, that jerk, oh my God, did you see what he just did? Right? That's a reaction. That's actually quite depleting of your energy. It's going to not an aligned, beautiful space. It's going to kind of an icky space. You can feel it, right? Or let's say something even less noticeable. You're late. You're going to a meeting, or you're meeting somebody, you're driving down the road and you're just making it on time, whoo, you're feeling good, and all of a sudden there's an accident, or worse is the city is doing road work. And so it's like, whoa, how can I predict that? You know? And so you're late and you're angry and you're frustrated. Okay? That's a reaction. Those are judgments. So you could say, oh, well, yeah, wouldn't you be? Right? That's ugly. That's a reaction. It could be instead, oh, okay, and then feeling where the reaction's coming from, the anxiety, and realizing that's a reaction. So I can talk about how to work through the reactions, or how to deconstruct the reactions in my type of work, and then you don't have those similar patterns anymore. But really the key right here in this video is to understand the reactions and feel them and recognize the toxicity of them in your body and how exhausting that actually is. You know, like another example would be, I had this point with my own that I was doing some work with, and this person like bit my head off. And at first it was like this hurt. And then I realized, oh, that's a pattern. No. That's that person's world, right? It's not my world. So that person can be in that miserable place. I don't have to be in that miserable place. And so I just stayed in my center and was just really happy. And while that person, you know, I spent the day with that person, and it was like, no, I choose happiness. Like, I get to choose happiness. So it's recognizing those responses and not having to change somebody to meet your happiness. That's what I didn't have to do. I didn't have to change that person. I let them be where they were, and I resonated in my own space. And actually what happened was, instead of biting that person's head off or something, or addressing it, that person just changed to be in a happy space where I was. But it wasn't necessarily my goal to change that person, but it just naturally happened because that's where I was in a really beautiful space, and I could really act from there and, you know, speak from there and do things for that person from there. And it felt good. Whereas before I would have been hurt and been victim-y and felt sorry for myself that I had to spend the day with this person who was being like that. And then, can you feel the difference? It would just be this this day between the two of us that didn't feel very nicely, versus bringing this other space into the consciousness. So first it's really recognizing and stepping out of the thought forms of, it's okay for me to be upset, because it's not really, if you want to truly awaken and work with love, because so many people are talking about acting out of love and love, how love is really important for the planet, and this is one way of stepping into love, by recognizing the reactions, but most of all, not judging yourself for the reactions, to see them first, and then feel the consciousness of the victim, or the perpetrator, or the persecutor, you know? Recognizing that. Okay, thank you.